it's your girl Claire Huxtable 2.0, and I am here. Wait, let me fix my mic. Fix my own microphone because it acts crazy sometimes. And then we'll get started. At some point, if you can't hear me, just please let me know and I'll make adjustments. But I am here because last night, my hair is not acting properly. But last night, I had a chance to finally sit down and watch Tyler Perry's A Fall from Grace, right? So, hold on, let me fix this light. There we go. So, I had a chance to sit down and watch Tyler Perry's A Fall from Grace on Netflix, right? And let me just tell you, hey Amy, let me just tell you, this movie had me triggered, shook, all the way messed up, okay? And I'm gonna go through the different parts of the movie that had me pissed off, irrationally upset, because it wasn't even my situation that it was happening to. But here we go. So, first and foremost, Tyler Perry has a way of making the black man the villain all the time. I'm not even going to talk about that, because Tyler Perry has ensured that I will never date again, and I'm going to tell you why. All these narratives in all his movies, from Diary of a Mad Black Woman to I Can Do Bad All By Myself to you name it, it's always some struggling mother, some struggling woman, some evil black man that's just out to just ruin her life. And I know that's not the narrative that's going on in the world today. I know there's good black men out there. I know there's stronger black women out there as well, and strong women of all races, creeds, colors, religions, everything, right? But Tyler Perry has a way of spinning a very, very messed up narrative, okay? So I'm going to talk about the movie and deal with some of those things that he never fails to add to his storyline, his plot twists, or whatever. First of all, I love when Tyler Perry plays a man in his movies. The Madea stuff is all funny and it's all slapsticky and whatever. People love Madea. However, Tyler Perry really shines when he plays an actual man in his movies, i.e. Good Deeds, Family Reunion. I think he played a lawyer in Family Reunion, I think, and Alex Cross. Good movies, right? When he's in his own gender, okay? Not to say, let me correct it right now, not to say if you feel like you're in the wrong gender, I'm not bashing you, but whatever. Tyler Perry is better in movies when he's playing a man, okay? So, this movie right here, let's just start off with the premise. It's the age-old premise of Tyler Perry movies. So you have this woman named Grace. She's a divorcee. She's lonely and needs the touch of another human and blah, 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 blah. And so I don't know how old women deal with this, because I'm not that old yet to where I just need the touch of another person so bad that I settle for anything. But she meets this guy named Shannon, played by Mehcad Brooks. And let me back up. Grace Waters is played by Crystal Fox, who, if you have watched The Heat of the Night growing up with your grandma and your mama, I know I did. Crystal Fox used to play Luann on Heat of the Night. So now she's playing this woman named Grace Waters. Okay. So they meet up because her friend Sarah was like, you got to get out the house and start dating or whatever, right? Long story short, Shannon takes her for a whirlwind nightmare from hell ride that ends up in her losing her house, almost $500,000. Her identity is compromised, and she is framed for murder. Okay? So, let me talk about this lawyer right quick, because as you all know, I am a lawyer. That's where I get my name from, Claire Huxtable 2.0, just like the regular Claire Huxtable. And I'll talk about her too, Phylicia Rashad, baby. Anyway, so this lawyer chick is a new graduate from law school, and she is, for lack of a better word, lazy as hell. She works for the public defender's office, and Tyler Perry's character Rory gives her this case and tells her, this is a good case for you to plead on. I want the media out my face. I want people to stop calling me because this case needs to go away, basically. And he said something that really set me with an attitude like, you're good with the pleaders. Those are your specialties. So go ahead and get this handled. First of all, I never had a boss ever tell me you're good with pleading cases, so here's one for you to just slam dunk and get it over with. Second of all, I've never met a criminal defense attorney who took that as a compliment. And I used to be a criminal defense lawyer, okay? Never in my life have I met anybody who's like, yep, that's what I do. I'll plea him out. So, mistake number one for the lawyer. So early on, you see she's hella lazy, real lazy at the job. She's ready to get this woman off her plate. But something happens during the movie where she inspires this woman to not plead guilty, which is fine. But then she goes about preparing the case sloppy, very lazy. She goes into the courtroom half-assed, hadn't even read through her discovery yet. And for those of you who don't know, discovery is when you swap evidence with the other party. So she continues to throw this tantrum like, I'm so tired and I don't want to practice law no more and I don't want to defend criminals no more. And something in me just said, but wait, you're a criminal defense attorney in a small town. I was one in a very busy metro area. I could tell you about tired. Honey, you haven't even seen it yet. So anyway, she continues to prepare this case very, very sloppily. She ends up losing. The woman is found guilty. Shitty character. I could have done without her being the lawyer. I could have done without that storyline of the attorney at all. But that's neither here nor there. What I want to talk about today, Grace Waters and Shannon Miller. So as I said, he proceeds to rob her blind, take all her money, and then he has this air about himself that he has robbed her of all her life savings, right? And will continue to talk shit to her about it. Like, this is why I robbed you, because you're low-hanging fruit. You thirsty. You want the affection of another person so bad that you let me into your house. You let me, have access to all your information. This is why I robbed you. And she's just sitting there taking it. Just bewildered and crying. And I can't deal with the crying woman either. Because let me tell you, I've been taken before. Not for $300,000, because the number of dead bodies that would be in my weight, if I lost 300 grand behind a dude, would be, you couldn't count them, immeasurable. So she's sitting there and she's taking it. And my thing is, okay, sis, so you've compromised yourself, your dignity, your finances, your identity to have a touch of a man? You really want somebody to hold you close that much that you let them just in and out of your finances like that? This is why I'm an advocate for a prenup. Because she was so caught up in the whirlwind that Shannon Miller got away with murder. Murder. The man ended up sleeping with a woman in her house, ended up cussing her out, ended up treating her like a dog. And I'm just like, the movie could have been 30 minutes. Because the minute you talk crazy to me, I'm going to bust your head to the white meat. Okay? The minute you steal from me, I'm going to discontinue your whole lineage. Your last name will be out of stock, right? So, anyway, the movie goes on, and it's a bunch of twists and turns, and of course, the evil black man and the poor defenseless black woman, and we got to save her life. Caveat, cut, side note, Tyler. If you're looking for some strange, twisted shit to put on camera, I got a script waiting for you. And I guarantee you, there will be no slick talking man in the script, and there's no powerless black woman in my script, okay? It's twisted, it's dark, but there's no damsel in distress in this movie. You understand? Anyway, back to your regularly scheduled program. So, I put on Facebook last night, Tyler, do you realize how many heads will be bust after 20 minutes of watching this movie? I could never. And older women who are not even past their prime, but just women who are like a decade older than me. Let me explain something to you. If you feel like you are lonely and just need a touch of another human being, bitch, get a hobby. Okay? Get a hobby. And we'll talk about that best friend in a minute, because the best friend is the reason why you got into this shit in the first place. Okay? So, she goes on the trial for her life, right? Plot twist, at the end of the movie, guess who was in on it the whole time? Phylicia Rashad, who plays Sarah Miller, the quote-unquote best friend. Baby, when I tell you, come to find out, Phylicia Rashad got a basement full of grandmas. The lawyer girl goes to the friend house to apologize for not doing her due diligence in the courtroom, right? And she stumbles upon about 17 grandmas downstairs, chained to a wall. Tyler, that's the most twisted shit I ever seen in my life. Now, we've all heard about little girls being trapped in the basement and little girls being kidnapped and held for, hostage or for sex or whatever. We've even heard of women my age being kidnapped. But grandmas, though? So now I'm looking at Phylicia Rashad's character in a whole new light, like, what in the Heathcliff Huxtable is going on here? The girl goes downstairs, and it's about the girl, I kid you not, 15 grandmas chained to a wall. Phylicia Rashad's character has been kidnapping elderly women and taking their Social Security. And so, lo and behold, we find out the dude ain't dead, because Crystal Fox's character ended up busting him in his head for talking shit. He literally sat there and had a whole monologue where he was doing nothing but talking shit the whole time about why I robbed you and how you was an easy mark. She beat his head to the white meat, okay, and threw him down the stairs. So, she calls her best friend, Sarah, and says, hey, I killed him. Sarah rushes over because, unbeknownst to Grace, this is this woman's son. So she gets rid of the body. And this is how I know I can't trust nobody no more ever again. Because if I call my best friend and say, best friend, I just killed this dude, I need you to help. And you come talking about, okay, let's get rid of the body. I can't even trust you to get rid of the body. Your best friend sitting there next to you, savage as hell, setting you up for the okie doke. Grace. But anyway, there was a part in the movie where Grace, of course, works for a bank. Been working there for years. She's been maintaining herself, financially for years working for this bank. Never had an incident with the bank. Never had an incident with theft or nothing like that. So her new husband, this SOB, comes to her job, surprises her with flowers, and is in her office taking pictures and all, and was, what have you. So Grace just sat there so happy to have attention of somebody else that she posing and keying and ka and all that kind of stuff. Dude is taking pictures of your screen, your computer screen, ma'am, because you didn't close your screen down. So you got about 15 account numbers up on your screen. You think he's taking pictures of you? He's not taking pictures of you. Come on, Grace. Come on. So, and now all of a sudden it's such a surprise that money has come up missing from your accounts. Well, I wonder why, Grace. I don't know nobody that work in a bank, and if you work in a bank, please let me know if this is what y'all do at Capital One, Chase, Whitney, Wachovia, whatever. But if you don't work for the bank, you can't come behind the counter to give me nothing. That's protected information back there. So Grace, you so caught up in a whirlwind that you let this man come back to your job behind closed spaces with a camera and click and smile, babe, and smile, boo, and you just loving it, and he's stealing your whole identity, about to ruin your whole life. So I say all that to say this. I don't understand it, but women, listen to me, because I've been taken. And like I said, this movie had me triggered, shocked, and all the way messed up, because I've been taken for a couple of hundred. You don't need the dick that much. Please know. You don't need the comfort of a man that much for him to spin you up and play you like you stupid. Please know that. And that's for women of any age. Because I've seen men driving women's cars and it ain't even their car. You don't need the love that bad. But he caught her because she was low-hanging fruit. She was thirsty for attention. She was lonely. Her husband left her for a secretary who was, 20 years her junior. She was hella lonely. You make yourself a mark when you do shit like that. And I can't even really feel bad for Grace, because you know at the end of the day, Grace busted that head wide open. Grace busted that head wide open. You had this man cheating on you in your house, in your bed, put you out and said, can we have some privacy? Put a mortgage on your house that was paid for 40 years. Went ahead and took a loan out for $300 and some, not a loan, Lord knows, he stole $300 and some odd $1,000 from your customers. And the bank didn't hesitate to fire your ass because you stupid. And he all around played you and framed you for murder. Okay? So the story rounds out, and the whole thing rounds out when Grace realizes that her friend Sarah had a necklace on that she realized Shannon had on too when they first met, and it all started clicking. Sarah been in on this since the get-go. And once they found out all these grandmothers was down in the basement locked up and tied up, and Sarah was the one running the scheme with her son, it all just came full circle. Baby, they've been doing this for 25 years. All over the state. And I'm surprised that nobody has bust him in his head till now. Till now. Tyler, let me just tell you. It was a good movie. It was a plot twist I wasn't expecting, because I was like, oh my God, Phylicia Rashad down here playing the bad guy. It's some sick, twisted shit. You know what I'm saying? And of course, they're going to use Cicely Tyson until she just down the set. Cicely, baby, you're 95. It's time for you to just reap the riches, honey. Quit going on screen, because you always playing somebody kooky, somebody grandma, okay? And so, the plot story, the storyline was the same as every other Tyler Perry movie. Every other Tyler Perry movie. Broken down, bewildered black woman meets abusive, dishonest, scheming black man. And let's just watch this shit for an hour and a half. Bruh. If it didn't end on such a twisted, dark note, I would have been cut the shit off. You understand me? Because the storyline had me so triggered that I know for a fact that this is a running theme in your head. It's a running theme in your head. But like I said, if you want some sick and twisted shit, I've written a couple of scripts. We can work something out. But I need you, Tyler Perry, to stop running the same narrative in all your movies, even in your plays. In your movies and in your plays, it is always black man cheats on black woman, leaves her with nothing, here come Madea to the rescue. Black man cheats on black woman, leaves her with nothing, here comes Tyler to the rescue. I'm sick of it. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm cool on that. I'm cool on that narrative. Because not all of us are helpless. And not all of us are thirsty. And not all of us will let a man take them for $500,000 and sit there and take the shit. Like I said before, it would have been one time for him to talk slick to me, and y'all wouldn't have found his body. Understand that. And now that I know that I can't even trust my homegirl to help me out, who can you trust? Tyler, that's putting such a negative connotation into the minds of women, period. Not even black women. That's putting a negative connotation and a negative taste in the mind of black women. You have got to find another storyline to tell, Tyler. You have got to find another storyline to tell. Because it is getting extremely old. How many more movies we gonna see based in religion and we just gonna turn the other cheek and let somebody do us wrong for an hour and 30 minutes and pray and sing and wail up in the church. Not saying that you can't have a little something like that, but all your movies, bro, all your movies, I'm just glad. Hey, Anicia, I'm just glad that you had actual African American women. Hey, Carlin, I'm just glad you had African American women on the cast playing the parts, because the way you was dogging us down so dirty. Do you know what tone that sets? Because me, myself, as a black woman, triggered me on all get out. Triggered me on all get out. Because what you did was you took a negative story surrounding a group of people and you blew it out of proportion. You blew it out of proportion. We're not all helpless. Some of us have absolute great taste in men. Some of us don't get taken for millions and millions of dollars and get left. And let me just say this. Every black man is not rich and stupid. You're portraying black men as rich, evil bastards. That's what you want to do? So like I said before, Tyler Perry has made it abundantly clear that I need to stay my ass at the house and not talk to nobody. Because if I run across a Shannon Miller, y'all won't ever find him. You understand me? And I'm not calling my best friend to help me with nothing. Y'all won't find him. And not for the simple fact that I was stupid enough to give him all my money and all my house and my everything, but just a slick talk alone. You know what kind of darkness you gotta be in to have that as a running narrative in your head as a screenwriter? Not only am I gonna dog her out, but I'm gonna talk shit to her and make her feel like she's stupid for being a trusting black woman. You know how sick you gotta be to be that narrative every time? Every time. What dark place are you in, Tyler? It's abundantly clear you hate black women. Abundantly clear. And it's abundantly clear that you think all black men are cheating dogs. Cheating, lying, scheming dogs. Who will take what you earn and what you worked for and tell you to your face that you ain't shit. Who? And this went on a whole nother tangent because I was supposed to make, a bunch of other comparisons in this movie, but that just got me in my spirit. It got me in my spirit because I when I sit here and I think about it, as long as we've been Tyler Perry fans, brother, you've been running the same shit for over a decade. The same shit, bro. And I'm over it. I'm over it. Now, granted, that old Claire Huxtable twist with Felicia Rashad up there throwing up everybody's grandma in the basement, you got me there. But you could have ran that premise in a whole different direction. You didn't need to have this repeat narrative to make that shit stick. Do you know how many different directions you could have taken this movie and still kept the ending? Do you realize how many places you could have took this movie and still kept that ending and it would have made sense? Could have made sense. But anyway, back to this lazy ass lawyer. Yo, I had a criminal law professor, and like I said, I never had a boss that ever told me, plea him out, that's what you do. My criminal defense clinic professor, shout out to Professor Singer, as a criminal defense lawyer, ain't nobody going to jail. Take the case and they better not go to jail. Word. I never, ever, and even if it was dramatized like this, it was overblown and dramatized because Sister Girl was lazy as hell. Lazy as hell. As a lawyer, that narrative right there, I don't believe. I don't believe. Because as a lawyer, for the public defender, I know you're already overworked. I know you're already underpaid. As a former DA, I was overworked. I know what tired looked like. But baby, here's where the case went wrong because she had a solid case. She could have won. She could have won the case. She forgot to look through discovery. And then went to the bench and told the judge, well, you know, I just got the case 3 months ago. I don't give a damn if you got it yesterday. I don't give a damn if you got the case yesterday. And that's what judges would tell us. I don't give a damn if you got it yesterday. What your discovery say? And the failure to look at the discovery and knowing there was a phone call out there for 45 minutes from Sarah to Grace is what nailed her ass to the wall. Because you didn't look at discovery. If you'd have saw that, you would have never called Sarah to the stand. Because something would have smelled funky. You would have caught it early on. You know, Grace, why you got a phone call from Sarah for 45 minutes? Fuck it, we ain't putting her on the stand then. She ain't going on the stand. And what she did, nailed your ass to the wall. Got on the stand and said you killed him. You could have saved that case, Jasmine Bryant. The award for the laziest criminal defense attorney on TV goes to Jasmine Bryant. And they had the nerve to throw a tantrum when Tyler Perry told her, I don't understand how you feel like you was going to be so callous and so lazy as to get up here at a murder trial and not be prepared. Yeah, and that hurt her feelings. And so she went off into a little tantrum where I'm just tired and I don't want to do this, and the case is shit, and blah, blah, blah. We've all been there, baby. We've all been there. Bottom line, don't you ever inspire nobody not to plead and then go into trial half-assed. Don't you ever. So then she had the nerve to like boast about where she went to law school. Like, I can't tell. I can't tell. I can't tell. Your ass is lazy as hell. And your friends and coworkers tried to tell you that. Prep your shit. Your husband tried to tell you. Be the lawyer you're supposed to be. But you want the easy shit. You want the plea. You don't win no points for me for getting Grace off. You win no points from me. Because you happened upon that evidence by sheer dumb luck. Nobody would have known that Felicia Rashad had a basement full of grannies until you went to that house to apologize. But anyway, all in all, it's worth a watch. Just be ready for the very similar narrative of all the plays and the movies that come from Tyler Perry. Bewildered black woman, bastard ass black man who's gonna treat her like shit, take all her money, leave her feeling all useless and terrible. She got to fight for her life. The only good thing about it wasn't no singing. You know Tyler Perry liked to leave you singing, commercial break, come back, they're still in church singing. Okay? Only good thing about that wasn't nobody singing and crying and screaming in church. But otherwise, typical Tyler Perry shit. But again, Tyler, if you're looking for some twisted shit, I wrote a script. But like I said, I guarantee you ain't no damsel in distress in this one, baby. And there will be no slick talking black man in this one either. Okay? So holla at your girl. We can work out something. Okay? Anyway, as y'all can see, I got my head down, hustle bound t-shirt on. It's the official tagline of Claire Huxtable 2.0 from 2020 and beyond, honey. We keep it focused. We maintaining our hustle. We trying to get the bag in 2020. The only person that can sell this shirt for me, because it is proprietary of Claire Huxtable 2.0, the only person you can get your official shirt from is notenoughwords.com. So holla at my girl Portia and she'll hook you up. They got it in white, black, yellow, red, navy, gray, all of it. And as you can see, the signature crown in the middle, that's part of the Claire Huxtable logo. So if you bought your money and your business in 2020, get you a head down hustle bound t-shirt from notenoughwords.com. All right. Later on today, you're going to catch me on a podcast on the Air with Claire. We're going to be talking about I left my career for my man and then he left me. We're going to dig into that for real, for real. So catch me tonight at 8 Central Time on the Air with Claire. Anywho, that's all I got, y'all. It's worth turning Netflix on to see. Just be prepared for the shit that's gonna be like, okay, you know. But that's all I got. Bye.